Rambam, Maimonides' teachings, we are the laws of inheritance. Um, Chapter 6, Biblical Laws of Inheritance. Okay. Although all that is involved is money, a person may not give property as an inheritance to a person who is not fit to inherit, nor may he exclude the rightful heir from inheriting. This is right from the verse, from the verse that says, and it shall be for the children of Israel as a statute of judgment. This implies that this statute will never change, nor stipulation could be made with regard to it. Whether a person made statements while he was healthy or on his deathbed, whether orally or in writing, they have no consequence. In other words, you can't have someone inherit you that is not appropriately there to inherit you. Now, we will, I don't know if it's going to be over here, we're going to learn this, but that means inheritance. That doesn't mean, though, you could gift people. Difference. You can gift somebody as a gift. So you didn't want to give to your, let's say, your children are your rightful heirs, for example, right? And for whatever reason, it doesn't matter what the reason is for the law. You don't want to give them. For whatever reason, irrelevant. You don't want to give them, and you want to give your neighbor. Your neighbor was good to you and took care of you when you were ill, and your kids never took care of you. But again, it's relevant whether you have a good reason, not a good reason. It doesn't matter, right, to the parameter of the law. You can't change and give an inheritance to your neighbor because your neighbor doesn't inherit you. Your children do, or from your, whether it's your progeny or your father, or if there isn't someone from your father because your father didn't have anybody but you, right? So then your father's father, it goes back, right? We have to go back as far as we have to go till we'll find somebody who is related to you. That person can inherit you. But I can gift to anybody I want. So it's not the law of inheritance, it's a law of a gift. Not that that's a loophole, by the way. It's not a loophole. It's understanding what is. What is? What is inheritance? Meaning, inheritance mean someone who's stepping in my shoes. Someone who's stepping in my soul. Someone who is continuing me. Well, that's someone who is from your family. My neighbor isn't. I feel closer to my neighbor, no, but a neighbor can't inherit. I mean, unless you go far back enough, then maybe your neighbor will. Yeah, it's your 22nd cousin. Okay. Yeah, but your 20th cousin gets before your 22nd cousin, right? Um, but I can gift. Gift is not the same law. It's a different law. Different parameters to that law. Is that clear? I hope. Okay. Therefore, the person say so-and-so is my firstborn son, he should not receive a double portion. Right, when the law is the firstborn son does get a double portion. Right, or so-and-so is my son, not inherit my estate together with his brothers. The statements are of no consequence. You can't say that. right? Now, if you wanted to get around that and you didn't want to give that, so you gift before in your lifetime, you gifted before or on one's deathbed, right? Then you would do that. But you can't do it in the terms of the laws of inheritance. Similarly, if he says that let so and so inherit my estate when the dying man has a daughter, or let a daughter inherit my estate when he has a son, same as no consequence. Similar laws apply in analogous situations, right? Because he can't go against, because he's using again the law of inheritance, not the law of gifting, right? If, however, he had many heirs, many sons and daughters, and many brothers and many daughters, and he says, while on his deathbed, all of my brothers, only my brother so and so, of all of my brothers, only so and so should inherit my estate, or of all of my daughters, only my daughter so and so should inherit my estate. His words are binding. This applies whether he made the statement orally or in writing. Aha. What he's doing, when he said that so-and-so my firstborn son, he should not receive a double portion, that's a contradiction to the law of inheritance. So that he can't do, right? When he says my son, that my son so-and-so should not inherit together with his brothers, that's a contradiction. It's interesting. Here, because he's excluding him, so he's going against the law of inheritance. Right here, he's just saying the positive. From all of those that are my progeny, I want this one to inherit. That's binding. Because you're not saying that to exclude somebody, you're just saying this one only. If, however, he says that so-and-so should be my sole heir, different rules apply. If he made the same orally, his words are binding. If, however, he had a document composed stating that the entire estate should be given to one son, he is considered merely to have appointed him as a guardian, as explained. So if it was a document, then it would be that he's just a guardian. If it was, he said it orally. So that you could do because you're not contradicting the law of inheritance by saying that my son so-and-so should be my sole heir. When you say that orally, right? You're not contradicting. Not a contradiction. There's a fine line over here that I need a little more understanding. Okay, I gotta stop here. My hand's up. All right, folks. God bless you.